My final guests tonight are the stars of one of the most influential movie franchises of all time, Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Very well indeed. I wanted to thank you straight away, A, for being on the show, and B, you're the first guests that we've had on the show that have ever sent me a present, which is remarkable because you gave me a little Matrix box set and you've given me a leather jacket. And I tried the leather jacket on, and you guys look exemplary in yours. But I kind of look like a man who works in a Berlin sex club.
How's it going, Hugo?
It does, doesn't it? And I was I'm one of those unfortunate men that leather and me don't work. And I wanted to know, because you both look so fantastic in your leather, do you have clothes that you just can't rock?
I don't know. Those don't usually make it to the wardrobe, do they? Or
No. If I don't rock them anymore, they're gone.
Right.
And
They're gone.
I think you just need the leather jacket altered for you, and then it would look great on you. It just doesn't. You just need it altered, fitting you well.
What a positive way of looking at it, because my wife would look at that very differently, and she would be more like, "You're not coming out with me wearing that. You look a fucking disgrace."
Oh my God.
Very much kind of pull it in, keep it neat. I loved the film, by the way. It kind of gave me the chills.
Oh, great.
And you know, obviously the last one was made in 1999. You're both, you know, slightly older now. Was it? You know, you're not in the winter of existence, but at the beginning
Come
of
on,
the
just
autumn,
say it. We're older, and was it hard to do the action?
but I was so impressed because it looked like you handled the stunts really well. Was it a challenge or was it easy?
Yeah, definitely had to take care of recovery a little bit better, you know, but so I felt the years, but, you know, it was also cool to be able to do what I could do.
What are your secrets? You don't look like you've aged.
Blood. I drink blood. That's kind of you to say.
That was like a really awkward speed date for a second, wasn't it? but it didn't look like you looked that much different from 1999. I was curious.
Is that how that felt to you? Because it sure didn't feel like that to me.
I was like, who's
Oh,
that?
really?
Who are those children in that film?
Look at those little
right.
wee ones. Look at those little kids,
Right.
those little whippersnappers.
I was curious, how high up were you when you jump off the building?
I like to say that we were about 46 stories, and Carrie-Anne likes to say
500 feet. Which sounds higher to you?
The stories, I think.
Oh.
Oddly. I don't know why.
Interesting.
But also it gives it slightly more peril because you think of all the people that you're flashing past.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it was about that high.
Okay, and are you sort of natural thrill seekers? Is that easy?
I think I have a little bit of a
do.
thrill.
I-
Just a
I-
smidgy-widgy.
I don't have any thrill-seeking in me. No.
But I read that you learnt to ride a motorbike for the first Matrix film. Is that right?
Yeah. I rode when I was really little. I had like a mini bike.
Yeah.
My dad was into motorcycles. But
Yeah.
I hadn't ridden one since I was a kid. So I had to learn from the beginning again.
What is that like? Because you're not wearing a helmet in it either. So and there's you know, you're on the back, and is there not that moment where you're like, well, I'm gonna kill someone here, or are you?
No, you can't even entertain that thought
Okay.
until like 3 years later, and you're lying in bed. And you're having anxiety about the fact that you had another person on the back of your bike, and thank God it all went well.
The other thing I loved as well, even seeing the trailer, it sort of made me nostalgic given COVID and everything that's happened. That it kind of feels, it really made me go, oh, I can't wait to go to the cinema with my family to watch that at Christmas.
Oh, cool,
Do you know what I
man.
mean?
I love going to the movies with folks in a full theater and like what you're saying, a movie that you can't wait to see.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah,
Chocolate.
but you're exactly right, Carrie-Anne. It has that vibe, doesn't it? It feels like you want to watch it in a packed cinema again. Do you
Big
know what I mean?
screen,
And
big sound.
it just buzzed me. It made me kind of really giddy for, oh, I want to watch that again. in
Right,
the
that
cinema.
feeling where you're having a feeling about what you're watching and someone over there is having that feeling too. That there's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
about that just brings you together in a way that I've always loved about going to the movies. And I remember when I watched the first Matrix in a theater, you know, not the premiere theater, but like a theater, a real theater. And that was just the most incredible feeling to feel, you know, everyone just be like, ah, you know?
It felt like a new era. It almost felt, it was all like the Air Jordan of films. Do you know what I mean? That you kind of go, oh, this is a different, I've not seen this before. And it was that lovely thing where everyone's walking out in the, oh my God, that bit when it slowed down, he started doing all that. You know, it kind of, it had that. Did it make you sort of nostalgic for that era, for 1999? It takes me back to when we thought the world was going to explode. Do you remember? The Y2K bug.
Y2K, yeah.
You know what I mean? Before social media. You know, they were innocent times.
They were. It's kind of like looking back at, you know, photos from camp or those summer breaks.
Yeah.
When we were jumping in lakes and rivers and gambling.
Yeah, or that feeling where you would just ride your bike to your friend's house just to see if they were there.
Yeah, don't even lean it down, just drop it on the ground.
Yeah. Because the film's out at the cinema, 22nd of December, and I'm going to go watch it with my family at the cinema, it made me think, have you got any sort of family Christmas traditions that you always do, away from film?
Do you have a tradition? What do you do?
Yeah, we do Christmas Eve gift. It's usually pajamas.
You get to open one?
We open one on Christmas Eve, and always a good breakfast, and then cooking all day.
Yeah.
And I'm also really opening up to letting new traditions come in. I've started to do that with even like the cooking, right? Like I think last year I did Indian food on Christmas Eve, and I was
fantastic.
I was looking so forward to it, and I think I'll do that again this year. We do solstice, so we go into the woods on solstice and make a fire and sit outside in the snow, and that's my favorite new ritual actually around the holidays.
Lovely stuff. And how about you, Keanu?
I don't do any, but
Come on
yeah, I
over.
want to come to your house.
Come on over.
Growing up, it was a Christmas meal, same kind of order of events. Christmas, one present a night. Yeah, that was it.
Both of your Christmases sound so wonderful and wholesome and perfect, whereas I love mine, but mine are unusual. My dad's really into fitness, so he'll always make a musical playlist, and it's songs that he would listen to when he's spinning on his bike. So last Christmas, we were eating turkey to the song, I Just Wanna Make You Sweat, And my dad is like, that's a banger, innit? Isn't that a good tune?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's sort of part of, but when you have somebody over that is new to the family, you have to explain there's going to be no festive songs. It's going to be like full-on techno that you could ride a bike to.
But you know what I love? I love on Christmas, I love a mulled wine.
Oh,
With,
yes.
like all the herbs in there and the cinnamon and there's another spice that we put in it. And it's so nice to have that warm mulled wine.
Yeah, damn straight.
And then put on the banging music.
Yeah. Do a few
Yeah,
reps. Bring my weights. Do a few reps in between.
Why not?
But this is it. But this is the funny thing when you this is my family. My mum once said during a Christmas meal, I don't see the point of flavoured condoms. It's not like my vagina can taste. It's an unusual family.
That's how I'm going to go to your house too.
Mate, I recommend it. It's absolutely wonderful. Carrie-Anne, Keanu, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was an absolute joy.
All right, cheers. Thank you.